I just started rewatching Demon Slayer. I just got finished with the entertainment arc. Yes, I am behind. I am looking forward to watching Infinity Castle. But this movie has been doing so well. And anyone that says otherwise, or anyone that says anything bad about anime, like freaking Matt Walsh or something like that, saying, oh, anime and video games are demonic or whatever, whether or not he's trolling, I don't really care, right? But the thing is that he shouldn't say that is because anime is completely dominating the world and it's destroying a lot of Western, I guess you would say, Western video games, Western comics, Western movies and stuff like that. And Japan is completely knocking out of the park, but not just Japan, China, and also Korea has been doing really, really well. Now, this article, Crunchyroll president says the success of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle proves how wrong many of the myths about anime fandom are. If you guys don't know, I believe this movie has officially beaten Spirited Away in box office. This movie has already made way more money than Fantastic Four. This movie has made more money than Fantastic Four. And how much money did Fantastic Four cost to make? How much money did it cost to make, right? I guarantee you this movie didn't cost that much to make. But here it is. This is crazy news. In the opinion of Crunchyroll president Rahul Purini, one of, if not the most definitive lessons that can be taken from the absolutely massive record-breaking success of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Infinity Castle, is that many of the long-held, particularly negative stereotypes regarding anime and its fans are completely outdated. 100%. And whether or not you like anime or not, this anime, right now, especially today, there are so many good ones that are not considered degenerate animes or anything like that, right? But, you know, this one does have some big boob characters and stuff like that. Tengen's wives, you got Mitsuri and a bunch of other characters and stuff. But yeah, debuting in Japanese theaters only in July 18th, the latest animated adaptation of Koyoharu's Go to Uge's popular manga near instantly cemented its place in the both cinematic and anime history by breaking its home country's record for highest grossing opening day, which is $11 million if it's a 1.64 billion Japanese yen. The highest grossing 3-day opening weekend with 37.42 million, as well as earning enough in said opening weekends, which is 37.42, to place as second highest grossing film of 2025. Continued to break records with its September 12th, excuse me, US release, and Canada, Infinity Castle took home an opening day of $70 million across both countries, which is huge. And this goes to show how bad the US market has been, how embarrassing this is for the US market. The fact that you have a foreign film, an animated foreign film, for that matter, completely destroying the US market. And you even look at something like Neza. There's also an animated film, a 3D animated from China, completely destroying box offices this year, making over $2 billion, which is wild, man. So this is also really, really good. In doing so, posting North America's biggest opening September animated release and its best overall for an animated film, this last record notably secured by dethroning Pokemon the first movie, whose total box office amounted to 31 million US in the opening Veterans Day weekend, which is really cool. And I recently gotten back into watching Demon Slayer. I watched the original season 1, this training arc, whatever you want to call it. I watched that like a couple years ago. I watched Mugen Train early this year. Like, I'm really, really behind. And I just finished Entertainment arc, and I'm in the Swordsmith Village arc. And it's getting really, really good. Now, of course, look at that. Big titty. Now, this anime does have fan service, which is great. Fan service is awesome, but it's not gratuitous, okay? Now, her boobs are phenomenal, to say the least, right? In reply, the Crunchyroll CEO asserted, I've been saying for 3 or 4 years now that anime fandom is no longer niche. It's mainstream and gigantic. 2 very gigantic reasons. Now, Demon Slayer is probably the most normalized mainstream normie anime that there is. It's very, very popular. If you go to any convention, not just including what's it called again? Like Anime Expo or anything like that, or any like Japanese like cosplay stuff, but even in American cosplay, is very, very popular. It's huge. And I would say Demon Slayer is probably one of the most cosplayed outfits out there in recent time, right? I would say I wouldn't say like surpassing like Batman or what's it called again? Harley Quinn, but this is very, very like it's very apparent that it's no longer niche. And some people just saying that, oh, anime is cartoon, so it doesn't really matter. It's not serious, right? But given the amount of money it's made in terms of anime, how I would say how influential anime is, for like the Akira bike slide. Whenever there's a motorcycle scene in any movie, any TV show, there will always be an Akira bike slide. And whenever there's a person that basically gets blown up, whenever possible, they will always have the Yamcha death pose, right? So it is very, very apparent. And yes, 100% is no longer niche. And one very, very prominent example is recently Lady Gaga. How the fuck does Lady Gaga have to do with anime? Lady Gaga was in Brazil earlier this year, and Instagram and TikTok used one of Lady Gaga's music, one of her songs, Judas, and basically did an AMV over it with Jujutsu Kaisen. And basically, when you see reels and TikTok, shorts or whatever, you show that clip of Lady Gaga singing Judas in Brazil, and you see everyone holding up their phones showing the Jujutsu Kaisen fight, which is crazy, right? Dragon Ball is very, very popular. Bleach, One Piece, but like this movie, I don't know why, but Demon Slayer, for some reason, it's freaking huge. What this movie did was to show that the world in a way that there's a lot of historical context to compare against. At Crunchyroll, we've had data and research showing how big and broad anime has become, and we could show it in the context of other shows on our platform. But Infinity Castle's success is the perfect way to demonstrate that this is a broader entertainment world, because it's happening at the box office where there are 100 years worth of benchmarks. It's now undeniable how big anime has become. Another thing that we've known about, which again showed up in the North American box office, is how wrong many of the myths about anime fandom are. Many of the people have said, oh, this is a Japanese medium, so it must be heavily indexed towards the American audience. We've known for a while that this isn't the case. It's a very diverse audience. It over-indexes across all different ethnicities, whether Hispanic, African American, or South Asian. It over-indexes 100%. And remember, the cartels actually stopped doing cartel and illegal shit during the Tournament of Power. During Jiren versus Android 17, Frieza, and Goku in Dragon Ball Super. Same thing with Dragon Ball Daima. Same thing with, Dragon Ball Super Broly. A lot of the Mexican cartels basically stopped doing what they're doing because they want to watch that. This is 100% insanely influential, and saying otherwise, you're basically out of touch. Again, this has been in our data for a long time, but this box office success has been the perfect opportunity for the parties to see it firsthand via exit polling more than traditional metrics. In this end, Perini was asked if there are any truth in the recent analysis that anime's new popularity was strictly Gen Z and Gen Alpha phenomena, in which he declared it's absolutely true. Gen Z and Gen Alpha are a huge part of the fandom, but that doesn't mean that they're the only age groups. We saw a lot of parents coming to see Infinity Castle with their kids, and there are many fans in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Anime fan does over-index among the young, though. That is very true. North America fans who have yet to see a Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle is in theaters. Yeah, it's According to what I heard, it's really good. The animation I heard is really, really good. And this has surpassed Spirited Away, which is huge. And I'm not sure if it's gonna be one of the highest like anime. I'm not sure if it's already beaten Your Name or anything else. But yeah, man, the quality of the anime is really, really good. I watched the most recent one when Tengen fought against one of the demons, and the quality is movie quality, but it's for a TV show. It's actually a TV show thing. So yeah, it's getting way better, and the stories are actually pretty damn intricate. People that don't see it as something that they should be worried about, as in how popular it is, you guys need to watch something that's not like Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Doraemon, or any of the basic stuff. You need to watch something dark. Like even something like Berserk is very, very different, right? But Berserk is not, it's mainstream, but it's not like in the zeitgeist, right? Demon Slayer is in the zeitgeist. Dragon Ball is in the zeitgeist. One Piece is in the zeitgeist. Even something as old as Bleach and Naruto is in the zeitgeist. But yeah, but Demon Slayer is insanely popular. And another one that has sort of, no one's really talking about it because they don't really consider it anime, even though it is anime, is 3D anime, even though it's not done in what's it called again? Japan. I would say is American influence anime is K-pop Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Hunters, they've broken so many records. Their songs are actually on the 100 top Billboard of all time, and it actually made it onto the Video Music Awards. That's how popular it is. Okay, a fake music band with 3 girls that are actually beating the likes of Destiny's Child, being the first female group to hit the top 100 or the top 10 in the VMAs, or even in the top billboards, which is crazy. So yeah, some of this stuff is really, really good. The stories are actually very, very interesting. It's dark, it's gritty, it's violent. It's also very touching with some of the stories that they have. But yeah, I do like Demon Slayer. It's pretty great. It's not my favorite anime, but it is really, really good so far. I started watching Jujutsu Kaisen today, and I just finished Berserk not too long ago. I just finished Solo Leveling not too long ago. All of them very different from one another in terms of story, but go, if you guys haven't already done so and you guys are like, oh, I'm not gonna watch that kind of stuff, it's garbage, I don't care what it is, right? Then it's fine. But you cannot deny the popularity and how much money it's made for the medium. Anime, when it first came out, when it showed like Spirited Away, when I watched it in high school in 2003, I'm like, oh, that's cool. You finally get an anime, but it's like limited theater, limited run. This movie, on the other hand, it's going really, really hard. The fact that it's made over $500 million in the box office, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And I love seeing this. And I think the Western market needs to learn from this kind of stuff. Don't put any woke garbage stuff in your movie. Make the anime good. Have good stories, good characters, good backgrounds. If your first and foremost thing is to make sure that they're gay, or make sure that there's enough females in the anime or the medium or the cartoon that you're making, you've completely lost the point. And that's the reason why the yellow people, the land of the Orient, is winning when it comes down to entertainment. If you think about it, last year's Game Awards, all of the games are from Asia besides one. The Game of the Year, all of them is from Asia. So yeah, you cannot deny the success anymore. But this is very, very good. I want to see more of this shit get mainstream, even more mainstream than it is now.